You didn't so much as flinch, handing someone off to the warden to be executed like that. Was passage across the canyon truly worth the price? But you didn't explore any other avenue, did you? The Protectorate care nothing for the lives of others. You know this, and still you went and made a deal with them. This is exactly the kind of shit I'm fighting against. Lives being given about as much thought as a dime changing hands. I spit on the notion. This war zone is not your playground. Right. Ain't a stranger to tactics, Commander. But make no mistake, you give these folk an inch and they'll crush the life out of you too. First chance they get. All right, I'll try to believe you. Should we get going?
To what do we owe the pleasure? My dear cousin will serve a fine warning to anyone who dares to betray the Protectorate. I thank you once again for your judicious actions. Now I may continue serving the Protectorate faithfully. I thank you once again for your judicious actions. Now I may continue serving the Protectorate faithfully.
We stand ready to cut some final checks at the bridge. Just give the word. Forthwith, as soon as we fortify ourselves, of course. Troopers, to me. We need to prepare. Our attack is imminent. We'll pay those bastards back for Schultz. This is what we've been waiting for, troopers. What all those days and nights of trial readied us for. We're delivering death, free of charge. Forward to victory, profits, and the furtherance of Auntie's glorious enterprise. Show these hellions how Auntie's choice handles its business.
With you, Commander!
To what do we owe the pleasure?
Against our troopers.
Bunkering down!
Back in my sight! System endures!
I weep for the force I must expend on these fools!
Their location ascertained.
Because the matriarch is
Let us reconvene. anew.
They're dead. At least nobody else is gonna be strung up. Auntie's choice in the Protectorate got a difference in opinion. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
The bridge is ours, and with nary a scratch to show for it. Thanks for your contributions to this great and honorable endeavor. For as long as we hold the bridge, safe passage is yours. Savor this victory. May it be the first of many.
Protectorate products.
Appointed tasks and duty calls. Call on Matriarch Zone, Mercy Oxymorpho. It's the pain subjugator.
Such perfect products. Ready for the rivals.
I want to see that perimeter secured double quick.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer. Auntie Fizzos.
Say, hold up there, friend. Watch it.
That didn't sound like prudence at all. Got something on my mind. Did you hear that message over the loudspeakers? About choosing your chosen profession? That Milver Street fellow said in Fairfield you can, if I understood correctly, opt for any job you show proficiency in. Could that truly be true? Or is it a base falsity foisted by Auntie's choice to, you know, undermine Protectorate subjects' unflagging resolve? Oh, and they hire you too. You're not simply assigned a role, but you, I guess, need to prove competence? And maybe even expertise? That's a right intriguing proposition. I do wonder what it's like to have a choice about things. If it weren't for Vigilant Hogarth, I do believe I'd scupper off to, well, you know where. Yeah. You convince him, I'm in. But I owe him enough I wouldn't abandon him for nothing. Fairfield, here we come. I mean, once the vigilance...
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice. The statement of a typical Arcadian Titan flower or serum is responsible for dumping several pounds of dander into the local atmosphere each pollination.
That endless yapping is more insipid than I'd imagined. It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance. Oh, nonsense. It's not as dire as all that, not yet. A good vigilant always has a plan. I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, Automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
You are a rugged, spacefaring frontiers person type.
That is most excellent. Please, hand them over.
Oh, it's like sour milk and expired medicine. Yet despite...
Thank you. I know community service can be a foreign concept for those outside the Protectorate, so I hope this is ample reward for your time. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It'd save many lives.
After consuming a full midday meal.
Not me. I stay hungry.
Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Whoever said humanity can't exist on bread and water never met you. Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack.
Look, let's save ourselves some arguing. You've already helped me. I will grant you the writ. You can ignore my request, fine, but you'll at least hear me out. The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing Protectorate law.
Protectorate subjects within and without earshot.
Why, isn't it obvious? As vigilant, I was his commander, and without my guidance, he was lost. All manner of chaos seems to be the order of the day at the station. Executions done in the service of order are an unfortunate necessity. Done at the whim of an individual, well, that's just one more depravity Auntie's has wrought upon us.
And change occupations at the slightest of whims. This wildly unfair...
A true subject of the Protectorate lives and dies by their ideals. There is another who I am sure feels the same way. Marshal Corbin. As with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part. Seek him out at the Vox Relay, conscript him with the writ. And this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen.
Any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice. Remember, Auntie knows...
If Corbin becomes the highest-ranking officer alive, no one will be able to contradict his accounting of events. The Protectorate execute connivers and schemers. Corbin must appear forced to take down Montelli in the moment. It cannot feel like a plotted coup. Good, good. Here is the writ. I may not survive to see what occurs, but I trust you to follow your conscience. Farewell now. Promise you'll return here if you can, to check in on my people and see how they fare.
Listen to your auntie. They say they offer you direction, meaning, purpose. We say that's a fancy way of stating you're their slave. They say you're part of a community.
What utter nonsense. How can you say that? Now, when I have Automech parts in hand. No, your timing is absurd, your wit, witless. Do tend to differ. Seems to me we're persevering, demonstrating a mixture of aplomb, grit, and tenacity even. Last I checked, our infrastructure is still plugging away, and our people are too.
Revel in choice. Auntie's choice.
But it's not everyone, is it? I'm sure it's not. The majority of my subjects are steadfastly loyal, resolute, right as rain.
Watch out. That way's a minefield.
Ha! I laugh at danger. I'm a get-up-and-go-getter.
Oh, I would love to argue that this is not the case, but I fear you are correct. This war, this devastation, it can't be denied they've taken their toll. Ultimately, I regard their well-being above all, but the joke is on you, really, and them, I suppose. Don't you see? We're all traitors. I no longer hold any authority over anyone. But if they still wish my blessing, it is theirs. My former subjects are free to live an empty life with Auntie's choice. I'll make an announcement. Order them to depart for Fairfield. But I will be staying.
Into an untenable position. You have no water.
Should I? Haven't I failed them enough for one lifetime? No. I will stay here and loyally await the judgment I richly deserve.
Cannot continue. Listen to your hearts. Come to Fairfield, bastion of the weary, and join the...
Adherents are expected to hold firm to the end. Such is the degree of our devotion.
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice.
Oh, come now. I am a vigilant of the Protectorate. I have endured untold hardships, countless battles. What's a little Oh, it never stops. The tumult of duplicitous lies. You're right. I can't withstand this inane onslaught much longer alone. At least in Fairfield, I'll have company in adversity. Unsure how I'll endure such an empty existence. Perhaps, if I offer my old subjects periodic advice, our sense of community may somehow, despite the wiles of commercialism, remain.
Once again, Falderall, the most trusted name in exo-anti-allergenics.
All right, then. Suppose it's time to make my announcement.
Good for what ails you. Our Iffy Jiffy Mail Order Division informs it is now offering the Pan-Pharmacon 5 walk-in industrial microwave. Original...
Attention, everyone. Attention. I, Vigilant Ogden Hogarth, hereby do order all subjects under my command to abandon the settlement of Westport at the earliest possible juncture. You are to depart for the township of Fairfield, safely and together. Once there, you are to appeal to local authorities for citizenship with Auntie's choice. Thereupon,
Conversation is not
you are
possible
thus and
at this
forevermore
or
relieved of your
any time.
duties as subjects of the Protectorate. This is a direct order from your Vigilant and is not to be questioned and cannot be countermanded. Now see to your preparations. I will join you shortly. Need a moment to let this all settle in. I will be on my way by and by. Need a moment to let this all settle in. I will be on my way by and by.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice?
You know, I can't recall seeing any of these protectorate types ever run a scam on each other.
Weird, ain't it? Why does even the slightest scintilla of success so elude me? Is it my destiny to fail?
You've lifted my spirits right out of their doldrums. Our new guests have just arrived. Here, a considerable reward for your considerable efforts. From the hushed grumblings of the refugees, I've gathered that you, perhaps aided Westport's departure into inhospitability. Sometimes the harshest moves are the most necessary. I've two minds about the convertees. Anyone with eyes can see they need guidance, but a pernicious system is not easily abandoned. Have you any thoughts? Trust will take time to build, time and patience. But that is an investment I am ready to make. You've given me a great deal to think about. I am in your debt. I cannot overstate what a capital compatriot you've been, my friend. Now be off. I've many refugees to see to. Plan is such a strong word. Let's call it a hunch. Consider this your first lesson in propaganda. Find whatever your target desires most and use it towards your own ends. Speak with Vigilant Hogarth in the building beside the saloon. He was in charge around here before we arrived. I have no doubt he knows vital information to the Vox's functioning. Now, should you ever find yourself visiting the ACS Undisputed Claim, do come see me. I've no doubt that when we next meet, I'll have risen 6 ranks, at least. Farewell! Greetings again. You have my undivided attention. What's on your mind?
Just heard tell some of my troops stormed the bridge to the Vox Relay. Auntie may be displeased, but the results speak for themselves. Such a shame the troops won't be receiving any promotions for their daring. Insubordination in Auntie's choice is as frequent and spontaneous as death, and twice as unwelcome. Not to mention some of those bodies we're fixing for my role. Important part is the bridge is in our grasp. I'm planning to keep it that way.
The others appear to be acclimatizing well to this purposeless existence. Well, hello. You appear burning with purpose. Is everything all right? Has something occurred? A representative of Auntie's choice lied. You must be shocked. Greatly. Yes, I know of a means in. But you must do something for me there. Even though I no longer am of the Protectorate, I do care for its subjects. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It saved many lives. The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing protectorate law. Marshal Corbin. As with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part. Seek him out at the Vox Relay, conscript him with the writ, and this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen. I leave you to sort any personal matters with him, but I am sure he will regard past indiscretions in their proper context against matters of today. If Corbin becomes the highest-ranking officer alive, no one will be able to contradict his accounting of events. The Protectorate execute connivers and schemers. Corbin must appear forced to take down Montelli in the moment. It cannot feel like a plotted coup. Good, good. Here is the writ. Farewell now. I confess, I'd anticipated a more contentious relationship with our new neighbors. All have been quite welcoming, albeit direct. First impressions were determined, unwavering. Had the distinct sense she would have preferred the conversation take place in an interrogation room. But if our situations were reversed, I'd likely feel much the same. I am surprised I can pleasantly converse with those whose worldviews I vehemently oppose. We have spirited debates. In time, I will prove to them the superiority of our beliefs. The others appear to be acclimatizing well to this purposeless existence.
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Well, maybe I am drunk. Drunk off all I can.
Never expected the Westport refugees would ever be liable to leave their derelicts. Can't help but hand it to Milver Street. Though I sense he had aid. Make it quick, yeah?
Greetings again. What's on your mind?
Fresh blood in the talent pool around here. We need protectorate defectors. Not sure how I feel about that.
Back again? I hope the hunting has gone well. Certainly, if you've procured the right materials. I've been fine-tuning the procedure in the meantime. I do believe it'll be as smooth as crabble butter.
I'm gonna assume crabble butter's especially smooth, because I'm ready to feel like myself again. The material we harvested from the skeleton crabble could allow me to fire off scalding shell shards. They'd pierce through armor easily, I imagine. We only acquired one grafting part, so I think that'll have to do. Unless you want to help me hunt down the other creature?
Wise. It's always better to have options. I'll be here when you're ready.
What's with all the landmines you corporatists have littered about? Pretty sloppy style of warfare, if you ask me.
Can't say I care for the mines either, but it's simple math. Mines don't need to sign a contract. Don't got bellies to feed. They cost a damn sight less than troops.
Suppose collateral damage don't mean much to Auntie. Personally, I spy a mine, I'm unloading from 40 paces.
Or you can walk around them, but maybe that's just me. It's drilled into us not to waste ammo or ordnance. Go ahead and blast them if you want. I ain't stopping you.
Loyal subject. Loyal subject.
No, wait. I don't need refreshment. I'm so refreshed. Yep, that's me. Refreshed like a really refreshed guy.
Loyal subject. Loyal subject. La la la.
Careful, friend.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472.
If you're wondering why there's so many engineers sitting here on their rears, it's because the dang Crabbles ran us out of the desalinator. Now we're stuck here on standby wages. Hope you ain't jesting with us, friend. Can't wait to get back to making full-time wages. Thank you kindly.
Have a profitable day.
Don't work too hard now. You'll make us look bad.
Hope that we have the spare parts for this kicking around. I signed on for repairs and management. I am not hauling this back to Fairfield for anything short of triple pay. Really hope that we have the spare parts for this kicking around. I signed on for repairs and management.
As grateful as I am for you dealing with them Crabbles, I wish you'd done it off the rig. But beggars can't be choosers. Thanks for getting the job done. Now we just need to find a way to clean this all up before it starts to smell.
You seem like a go-getter. Let's consume lunch sometime.
I'm a mighty big fan of not dying fighting Crabbles. Thanks for that.
I'm a mighty big fan of not dying fighting.
Yeah.
Got my lamp got a hot.
Personal audio log, Sergeant Boyworth. We've been deployed to deal with a new living weapon fielded by Auntie's forces. The previous squad was unprepared for this threat and was consequently torn asunder. Command's intel could never be so lacking as to allow this to occur. So why? They were lulling Auntie's forces you need a false sense of security before launching counteroffensive teams. This will undoubtedly save far more lives than cost. Another stroke of genius from Command. Praise the matriarch. Sergeant Bournsworth, signing off.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Ah, you finally arrived. Indeed, that seems to be the case. I mistook you for a different individual. You have my apologies. Military personnel, preferably the kind who can provide me with updated orders, and decidedly not with, nor in the presence of, anyone who has ever been associated with Auntie's choice personnel.
I ended my association with Aunties of my own accord, if that makes you feel better. Ain't here to do you harm.
Or so you say. I gathered that you weren't here to fight just by looking at you. Otherwise, we wouldn't be engaged in polite conversation. And as a loyal subject, it is my honor to continue to perform my assignment as per my orders, even if the duration of my assignment here has been considerable. I am procuring my rations from the populace of local aquatic fauna using a simple baited trap and the mechanical leverage afforded by a rod. Fishing. Bah. Those who would, when there's a war to fight, are not worthy of being called soldiers of the Protectorate. I wish to once again take the fight to Auntie's alongside my fellows. However, my wishes are irrelevant against the needs of the Protectorate and my assigned duties. Additionally, it would do my heart some good to know that my warden and assigned squad companions are well. The Protectorate does not forget its own. Ever. If I have not received new orders, then I am precisely where I'm intended to be. I'll not hear more of such nonsense. Good day. Hello again. Hello again.